So we're gonna open up a new MIDI track here, and we're gonna load in what is called melody sauce from a company called Isotonic Studios. Go ahead and Google it. It's about 30-40 bucks, I think, to get the VST. It started off as a Max for Live device, and then they developed it into a VST, and it's really useful. Let's go ahead and just make that the same. Okay, we're gonna throw on melody sauce up here, and then you can see there's a bunch of different parameters. But before we mess with those, we have to route this to listen to this. So melody sauce is gonna send MIDI data into this track, and then it will play our Nexus lead with the MIDI data coming from this track right here. So we just simply choose melody sauce again down here. And this is the method to use for any VST plugin that has a similar effect that sends MIDI data to another MIDI track. This is how you would route it. Simply turn on the input there. And then we're gonna loop it right about here. Okay, now we can turn on the, make sure this is off. Okay, good. We're gonna turn on melody sauce here. All right. Now we have parameters to choose from as far as key goes. We're working in F sharp minor right there. You can choose if you want a fast or a slow melody, what octaves you want to mess on. If you want to swing, if you want to turn on swing, so you can kind of make it a little bit more swingy, obviously, less straight four on the floor kind of thing. If you're working in triplets, you would hit this. And then if you want it syncopated, you would turn this off or on. This is basically so it kind of shuffles the notes to be a little bit off beat. Still on beat, but like not exactly on the 1, 2, 3, and the 4. It'll be like on little sections in between to get like what's called like the dot placement of where the notes are. It's hard to explain without listening to it, but I'll kind of show you as we go along here. Okay, so we're working within F minor. So now we can hit any of these buttons in this little matrix based on what kind of mood I want. So if I want a complex melody that's also dark, I'd go right here. If I want both, so if I want dark that's got complexity and simplicity in it, so you can kind of mess around with different combinations of both worlds, whether you want light, dark, or both, simple, complex, or both. So there you go. So we can have dark and simple, dark and complex, dark with both, or we can have light, simple, light, complex, light, both. You get the idea. So first thing we're going to do is hit 1, and then you can see that now I have one melody idea that is already the computer's already come up with it, and then it is already stored actually. Where is it? Oh, once I press play, it'll come up in the session view there. And then let's see, it should be, usually it captures it. I guess not in this instance. Yeah, usually it's right here in the melody section that you can choose from. But anyways, oh, I think that was actually in the Max for Live, the device version. The actual MIDI clips were in the track, but now you can just drag them from here. So I stand corrected. So once you find a melody you like, you just simply drag it in, and then you have the actual melody or the MIDI file that you can mess around with. But we're not going to use that one, so we're going to mute it. And then you can clear it out. You can even go legato notes. Let's try it again. And then you just keep hitting these buttons until you basically hear something you like. You can change on the speed of it. Let's try slowing it down. I mean, that one could kind of work maybe. It's more of a happy kind of vibe, but it's definitely usable. So we can just go ahead and grab it, add it to our little selection here of MIDI ideas that we want to work with. Let's clear you. Try to keep going here. Oh, we gotta unmute you. That one's pretty good too. I like that. Let's mute you, clear, keep going. Okay, I think we got enough to work with actually. We don't really need to mess around with this much longer here. Okay, so I can go ahead and turn the input off here since I have enough melody ideas. Don't really need you. Okay, so we have a handful to choose from here. Let's go over some ideas that we had again. And let's go over this guy. All right, that one's pretty good too. And then the one we got from Melody Sauce. Okay, so basically the kind of main idea here is that no matter where you get your MIDI idea from, whether it's a plugin like Melody Sauce or you just come up with it on your own, the formula is kind of the same here. You just grab some ideas, grab some notes down, and then start chopping away and just kind of chiseling off at little notes that don't make sense or ones that sound better, you know, and that's kind of how you come up with a good hook idea. You grab a bunch of ideas, different little ways of arranging the notes that come up with little catchy phrases, and then just kind of edit it until you come up with something that works. We came up here, or we came up with about 3 melodies that could work for the drop here. So let's see. Okay, let's try editing the Melody Sauce a little bit to see if we can come up with anything usable. If not, we got some backup melodies that I think are going to work just fine for this track here. Okay, so I think that is good for our hook melody. Now we're going to go into the basic phase of sound designing and going through some different layering techniques to get the right actual lead sound molded. But the melody, I think, is kind of a good starting point here.